Luke 10 verses 36 to 37. Which now of these three, thinkest thou, was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves? And he said, He that shewed mercy on him. Then said Jesus unto him, Go, and do thou likewise.
Question. Pastor Wind, we understand that the pastor was the best Samaritan of our era. This year, the pastor's revelation about the white horse is more understood. When the hydrogen peroxide incident happened, indeed, because of the pastor's love and goodness to the world. Even though you explained the effective use of oxygen therapy and the evils of Western medicine, and the vaccine problem was revealed, but the world did not appreciate it and persecuted this good Samaritan and good neighbor. Indeed, a false epidemic has been revealed in the past 3 years, but people all over the world are forced to get vaccinated. Even if 3 doses are given, the 4th and 5th doses must be provided. We can't help but ask why this is so, but if you think of it as a good neighbor, I know the world deserves what it gets. Indeed, pastors have been sharing this information for 27 years, but the world did not cherish the goodwill of the Church of Zion, still regards us as a cult. So, from God's point of view, people in this world, death is not a pity. May I ask the pastor if this understanding is correct?
Yeah, especially those so-called Christians, they're calling us a cult, but that's enough to send them to hell. Of course, they don't believe it, and they don't know it. This sin involves the image of how great God we are, and how great Samaritans we are and how much we have done for them. Why, after all, was the Pharisee not a neighbor? Why are the Levites not neighbors? Because they don't give. Then why should we love our neighbor, the Good Samaritan, as ourselves? Because he's willing to give. In fact, God has brought the whole world. One of the reasons for the death of Christians, including in Hong Kong, because they make us great Samaritans. Why? Take the hydrogen peroxide incident, which a lot of people talk about. However, many people still insist on it because it is something new, or vanity to keep talking and insisting. At the very least, everyone for profit, or to fulfill their own selfishness and share this information. But the problem is, in this case, God in the sight of the world, make us a great Samaritan. We're not selfish, no profit to gain, insist only to bring us disadvantageous. I even knew at that time that I was in danger of losing my life. At the time, a lot of people were out to get us, including senators. In the case of Tin Shui Y district, even members are mainly targeting the brothers and sisters living in the district. In other words, to heal and help others, including cancer patients, we gave a lot. For the biblical victim who was wounded by a robber, neither the Pharisees nor the Levites did anything for him. Ultimately, he meets a Samaritan willing to give for his life. For me, I didn't share oxygen therapy for personal gain, and yet, people avoid me. It's been persecuting me for 27 years, and it's never stopped. People often bring up the old story and still call Zion a cult. If you search the internet under my name, the results are all the year's news, and it goes on and on. However, I still insist on giving to them. If they met a Samaritan willing to pay for it, I was more inclined to do that for them than anyone in history. If I give them only a little on the way, in fact, it's pretty good, and it's their Samaritan. However, I gave them more than they could bear. Although they don't deserve it, they repay kindness with hatred. Come to think of it, I didn't do it on purpose, but God has raised it up to a certain point, so that unless I'm willing to sacrifice if I keep going, it will only lead to death. Nevertheless, I chose to persist. Can you imagine how much they owe me? And the curse they will receive will be great. Just as the Israelites killed an ordinary man or a prophet, without the judgment of the nation's destruction, but they killed the Lord Jesus, and the kingdom was destroyed, because they owe so much to the Lord Jesus. Luke 10 verses 36 to 37. Which now of these three, thinkest thou, was neighbor unto him that fell among the thieves? And he said, He that shewed mercy on him. Then said Jesus unto him, Go, and do thou likewise.
Because we're living in harmony, it's an enormous family. Not even Disney movies can describe life that's this sublime. It took some time to build it all up, but the beginning was a bit rough. And then one day we stopped, lo and behold, haters now look at us. Yeah, we told you so. It's time to get up out of your seat and recognize it's all a dream. Though every smell and color felt so real, realer than real can feel. Okay, I guess I'll cut you a deal, so pinky promise not to reveal, because the land you seek isn't make-believe. It's the protagonist origin story.